Just get all recording. Awesome. So, hello again, everyone. This is one of 3 lives this week, going out on TikTok, Zoom. Zoom is linked to TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, and also TikTok is going out live stream as well. So this week, we're going to cover how you can link your business success to your people success and how that can be centralized around customer value. So in my experience, there are 4 or 5 key ways to grow the business sustainably. One is increase sales, one is increase price, another is optimize your costs, whether it's your cost of sales or your expenses. The 4th is to grow organically, so take your current business of best practice and everything else and grow it in another part of the world in your region. If you open up another store, for example, that adopts the same principles, processes, products and services as your main HQ, for example, growing organically. And then growing inorganically is the 5th way. So going out and buying a business to achieve extra sales, accretive margins. You might be able to leverage synergies in terms of procurement, logistics, supply chains to optimize costs and so on and so forth. Now, we're going to focus on the top 3 ways to grow your current business: increase in sales, retention of customers, increase in prices, and how can you optimize costs to increase your margins further. I'm Ian Smith. I own TheStrategySmith, and we're aiming to be the IMBB. That's quite a big ambition, but that's what we're aiming for. So we're mixing management consultancy with coaching and always leaving behind an action plan. Now, I've grown businesses all over the world. I've delivered programs and action plans all over the world that's resulted in growth in sales, allowed us to increase in price, adopt higher margins, increase the engagement and retention of people, and also allowed us to deliver bottom line fees on a global scale at speed as well. So we're going to cover the key ways now how you can link business success to the success of your people and how that can be centralized around customer value. So if you've seen some of my articles, I talk about 4 questions you can ask in order to determine what value is. First question is the question of value. So does it contribute to the increase of sales? What are our highest selling products, for example? Does this service allow us to increase our sales? Does the way of delivering the service allows us to increase sales? Does it allow us to increase margins? So does it optimize cost during that activity? And does it allow us to increase price because we can demonstrate enhanced customer value? So question of value is really, really important. And if you can't answer the question of value, if you can't demonstrate that it adds to sales, adds to increased pricing, or optimizes cost to increase margins, then it doesn't answer the question of value, and you should literally question why it is you're performing that task in the first place. If it's something that you have to do, make it as streamlined and as optimum as possible. So value, we're going to underline value because that's going to be one of the core areas that we're going to cover throughout these live sessions. The next question is it rare? Not a stake. So is it rare? Has someone done it before? Can it be imitated? Can it be copied? Can someone say, I've never seen that before? Is it only you that has done this product, service, or quality within your business? Closely linked is, can it be imitated? So is it protected by patents? Is it protected through copyright, trademarks and things like that? Again, is it something that is only unique to you? So does it only exist in your brain? Does it only exist in a certain system or service that only belongs to your business, so that nobody else can imitate? And then the last question, organize or operationalize. VRIO. Can you put your valuable, rare, inimitable product or service or quality into your operation, and can you organize it? So you can then take this and grow it organically, or you know what to look for when you're going out to buy that business. You ensure that these are in place if someone indeed wants to invest in your business as well. If you can't answer these questions, then you are justifiable to question the sustainability of the growth of your business. Because if it doesn't contribute to the increase of sales price or optimized cost, in this case, to increase your margins, then it's not as valuable as something else that you could compare it to that does answer those questions. Is it rare? So does it only belong to you? Has it never been done before? Can it be imitated? So can it be copied? Can someone take it and substitute it for something else? And can it be organized and operationalized? We're going to concentrate on value and the O, operations and organization of the business. So our objective is to link business success with people success. Okay. And the way to do that is to centralize it around customer value. Okay. So the main thing is to understand what, in terms of the business economics, the commercial aspects of the business, what is it that you want to achieve in terms of value? Do you want to increase sales? Do you want to increase profit? Do you want to optimize costs, or all three? And so you'll need to understand within your leadership teams or within your business, and indeed in your teams and organization, what is it that contributes to the success of your business? What are the highest sales in your business? Who are your loyalist customers, and what are their spending habits? Which products or services contribute to the highest margins? And therefore, which are your best products and services that are selling the best, that are optimized on cost, and also you're getting the best margins ultimately from those products? And do they sell as well? So understanding, first of all, the highest selling products or services. What are they selling for? What gives you the highest margins? And therefore, which are your best products and services that will help you ultimately fulfill your ambition to ensure that you can succeed as a sustainable business? Then you can start to ask, essentially, the commercial ambition of the business and put a number on it over time as well. So if you want to set a target within your company to increase sales by 20%, or you want to increase margins by 3, 4, 5%, or even 10%, you want to optimize profit and see your margins go up accretively with your sales, which you can then say you might want to increase price and things like that. So once you understand the commercial aspects, you can then start to put in place your ambition. Once you understand your ambition, it's so important now to understand the customer value. And what that means is literally asking the customer what they perceive to be of value in your company. Is it your products, your services? Is it the ongoing service and support? The equation between what happens between buying and selling. So it's so very important now to understand the value from the customer's perspective. My customer. There will be key categories that you can allocate to each product or service when you ask your customer what and why they bought from you in the first place. You can structure it in different categories of key services. You can structure it in categories of products as well. And you can ask key questions such as, is it the service quality that you get when you come here? It's the reason why you keep coming here and continue to buy this product. Is it because we're continually educating you on the products and services that we sell, and indeed allows you to make a more informed decision before you buy? Is it because it's the best product that you've seen and you can't get it anywhere else? And therefore you're able to understand and equate what the customer value, what the customer values in your business. That's very important. And then the next important, how we bring all of this thing together is asking your people what they perceive the customer to value. So it's very important to understand what the people know to be of value. So there's two asks here. You've got to ask the customer what they perceive to be value in your products and services, and then ask your people what they perceive to be of value to your customers as well. Here, you will have understood the commercial aspects of the company, but it's important if you have a leadership team, or if you have a team of people who you work with that have people in your organization, that these people, in terms of the leaders, these are aligned. And you're able to join these two up. So the leaders know from the customers, or the people in the organization know from the customers what customer value is, and why indeed they're continuing to buy these products that are the best sellers, the best money makers in the organization. The people know why the customer continually buys. And most importantly, once they know why, what's preventing them or indeed enhancing their delivery for the customer value in the organization. And so once you understand your overall ambition, you understand the why from the customer, you then understand the people from how they can continually deliver the products and services to the customer, because they'll have more touch points, direct contact with the customer. And this then needs to be fully aligned with the leaders or the operation or the teams within the company. So the way that all of this links together is you're able to establish from the ambition, customer value, and the people value as well, is what the company's mission is in order to achieve higher sales, higher profit, higher pricing. And so once you're able to put these together, and this will all link together as well, is you're able to then put in place the company vision, which demonstrates the definite purpose, the vision for the future, the plan for the future, and then also the core values. And when I talk about a vision, I talk about something that allows you and your people and your teams to act on daily decision making. And if your vision has the definite purpose, the plan for the future, and your core values that are linked to customer value, what your people know to be customer value and what they're telling you enables them and inhibits them to deliver, and your leaders and your teams know what these two aspects are, that should create for you the compelling vision. This then coming back round, you're able to understand from the why, from the customers and the people, the key mission in the business. And what you're able to do is take the very commercial aspects as to what you need to do to succeed as a business. So we'll put here commercial. The commercial aspects as to what you need to do as a business to for your own budgets, for your own ambition planning, business planning, achieving such and such sales, return on investment, needs to be accretive in terms of margins. You'll have these put down in commercial terms, and they might only be shared with a select few people in the organization. But then how can you communicate the commercial needs and the sustainable growth needs of the business to ensure that the people in the company are directly linked to the success of the business, and more importantly, they're engaged and know that their contribution is directly linked to the success of the business. And it's done through understanding the commercial aspects of what success will look like, what that means in terms of customer value, asking and engaging your people what they perceive to be customer value and what enables and inhibits them from doing that, and then bringing that back to the leadership of the business to ensure that it's a clear message of what customer value is, how your people are contributing towards that customer value, i.e. what enables them to deliver it, and how you can help them to stop doing the things that don't directly contribute to customer value. And that can be done through understanding a clear vision, definite purpose, plan for the future, and your core values. The mission for the business can then start to link directly back to the commercial growth objectives of the company. So the mission of the business, and I'll draw how this can be communicated within the company as well. So the clear mission of the business can then start to take into account the commercial aspects, and you can put names on how you can be the best at something. So if you know you need to increase sales on a certain product, you can deliver a clear mission into your business to say customers are valuing not just the product, but the way that we're delivering it. What helps you? What is helping you from doing it, and what is preventing you from doing it? What process or what bit of administration work or what things are stopping you from delivering this customer value that we know we need to be the best at? So a clear mission can be delivered into the team and into the organization to say, we want to be the best at this product, the best at this service. This is where we're currently at in our market, and we want to get to here. So if you don't want to, or you don't necessarily know how specifically to communicate the commercial aspects in terms of growth, you can put a clear mission on it for your people in order for them to deliver. And then once you're able to establish the mission, you can put in place clear objectives for your people. So and this is how it develops the cycle. So from understanding the commercial aspects of the business as to how the business needs to succeed. So you'll have, like I mentioned, the budget, you'll have key revenue growth targets, key margin targets. You might have in place some projects or change programs that optimize process. You might have some organizational design that optimizes expenses and things like that in the business as well. And then you're able to understand what customer value is, talk and engage with your people to ensure that they are clear as to what customer value is. You're clear as to what they know customer value to be, and also clear on what enables them and inhibits them from delivering it. Then that forms clear vision for the business. The mission for the business can be much more specific in terms of where you want to grow specifically. Best products, best product margins, best selling services, where the customer value is highest, for example. You can put in place clear vision statements to say, we want to be the best at delivering this service in the country. We want to be the best delivering, the best at delivering this product and sell more of this product by such and such a date. Then you can start to put in place key objectives and assign these objectives to your team to demonstrate that if they fulfill these objectives, there'll be some form of recognition, that knowing right from the beginning that their contribution in the objectives is contributing to the commercial aspects of what the business needs to succeed. And that's how you're able to form a growth cycle of coming back, continuously engaging with the customer, your people, assigning a vision, mission, and objectives, knowing that all of these are linked and tied back into the sustainable growth and the commercial growth aspects of your company. So just to recap before I rub this off and draw it how you can communicate it, is if you want to grow and link your business success to your people's success, increase sales, increase pricing, optimize cost and efficiencies to enhance your margins at the same time, also engage and retain your customers, engage and retain your people, is understand what the business needs to succeed in terms of its commercial life. Understand the products and services that deliver the highest value commercially. Validate why they're adding the highest value with the customer. The customer will tell you exactly why it is that they bought from you, why they took money from their pocket and put it in your pocket. Validate that with your people and ensure that your people who have direct contact with the customer are indeed aligned with what adds to customer value. And then bring that back from back into the leadership to ensure that that is all succinct and aligned. Then you can put in place your definite purpose, plan for the future, core values, key mission statement for teams to get behind so that they can see what success looks like. And then in order for them to achieve the key mission statement, what action plan is in place, i.e. with objectives for them to fulfill the mission. I'm just looking at my monitor because I seem to be jumping, but I think it's just because I am talking quickly. And it forms the cycle. So going from understanding the commercial aspects through to customer value, aligning with your people, the vision, the mission, and objectives which form the action plan. And then once those objectives are evaluated, you can then reassess the commercial aspects and the success of the business. And that's why it forms the cycle loop. So you'll need to evaluate the mission. And then you can evaluate the objectives that have been allocated to people and teams. All right. So just a final recap before I show you how this can be communicated into your business. How you can group business success to people success, increase price, increase sales, retain customers, enhance customer value, retain and attract your best people. We'll come on to attract in a minute as to how you can get your people, not only once your people know all of this, depending on how many people you have in your business, you've increased your sales force, because all of your people, when they're asked what is it that you do, they won't just give them a job title. They'll give them the vision, the mission, and how they contribute to the success of the business. That speaks volumes to customers. When customers know, especially when it adds to their value, that the people who are delivering it know exactly what it is they're doing and why. And so when you're talking to other people that work in other organizations, and I've done this personally before, because this has been put in place, and we haven't just been able to talk to peers in other networking groups, in other organizations, and say, this is what we do and this is how we contribute to the success of the business. And I know what I do because I can see, and you'll have people in your business as well that can see the commercial aspect of this. And you should encourage them if they ask the questions, and you should encourage the top talent and the keenest employees within your business. If they're making the commercial connection between their contribution and the success of the business, then they're the ones to watch, perhaps. And so once you're able to communicate this, people get excited about it. They do. They think, well, wow, I want a bit of that. I want to be able to demonstrate my contribution to the success of the business, because what I'm doing, I can say is growing. I can see is growing something. So that's the cycle. That's the growth cycle. What's needed in terms of the commercial success of the business to ensure the business remains sustainable? Highlight the top selling products and services, the best margins. You will also have some form of pipeline, and you can take into account hit rate and things to allocate budgets. I've covered those in lives. If you want to know more about sales pipeline, hit rate, and success, drop us a comment in whichever stream that you're watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. So if you stay till the end, I'm just going to cover how you can communicate all of this into your business, and then how you can continually monitor the objectives. So we're just going to rub off this not as clean as I would like it. Let's try again. So what you're going to have to be able to communicate this, I like to call it a wheel. So in the wheel, you'll have the clear vision. So in the center, you'll be able to show the definite purpose. You'll be able to show a plan for the future and core values. That can be wrapped up in a sentence. It can be wrapped up in 3 words in terms of the vision for the business. and then the mission. You can then start to allocate, we'll just put mission around here. You can then start to allocate missions out to your team, out to your teams. To say, sales, this is your mission to fulfill the vision that we know is linked to the commercial success, adds to customer value, ensures that our people are adding customer value and they've stopped doing such and such. You can say to HR and finance, your transversal functions, this is your mission to ensure that when we need an invoice paying, or when we need an invoice sending, sorry, or when we need to recruit someone, ensure that that's as succinct and as optimum as possible, because our people, just as an example, I don't want to pick on finance and HR, but they've said, you know, these things are taking us too long, and whilst I'm doing those, I'm not adding customer value, which we know it to be because we've asked and we've got data-driven answers. So that could be a mission. And then another mission can be to your operational teams to ensure that they're driving customer value, to retain your top customers that you know are buying the top selling and highest profitable products and services. And then what can you do once you've established teams to give them missions? And it can be very agile as well. And you can do it also in a flat structure. It doesn't have to be hierarchical or status-led. So in each mission, you can then start to allocate objectives to either individual people or individual teams. And these objectives need only be 2 or 3 key objectives. And you can, if you want, you can put them in place and put budget bonuses onto the objectives. You can put in place some form of awards for contribution. The key thing with the growth cycle is, as the business grows, the people should grow, and that's how you make that definite link. So you're linking business success to people success. So the objectives, once these have been fulfilled, and you evaluate them through the mission and the vision of the business, which we looked at earlier, the contribution to the business, which you've allocated in commercial success terms, if the objectives are met, then people want to be recognized. People want to know that they're growing personally. They want to know that they're growing in their career. And if they're fulfilling their objectives, you can add in learning objectives, you can add in contribution objectives, you can add in sales targets, etc., etc. And that's how you're able to know that your people performance management system is actually contributing to the success of your business. It's not a formality. It should be driven by the commercial success of the business, customer value. Your people understand what customer value is, and the people who lead them understand what that is as well, which forms the vision. You're able to split the vision into core missions for your teams to deliver, to fulfill the commercial aspects of the success of the business. And then these can be broken down into objectives. They can be evaluated given KPIs, SLAs, depending on the culture of your business. You can have this to communicate. So this can be done on a piece of paper. It can be done on a poster. It should be on everyone's desk. It should be no bigger than one sheet of A4. And your clear vision statement should be no longer than a paragraph, because you want people every day to be seeing exactly what it is that their contribution of the business is and how it leads to their success and the business's success. And you know, if you're in the leadership team, for example, you know if that's working, that once the objectives are evaluated, if everyone's performing because they're engaged, they're contributing towards customer value, you know that that's leading to the success of the business because you're able to evaluate it. And if it's not, then you've got an incredibly engaged workforce, an incredibly engaged customer base. So you're able to you can't move in a parked car, and when the car is driving, you're continually having to drive it. A business operates in a very similar way. You for it to be a moving part, and indeed a growth cycle that evolves and grows. The business grows as the people grows, and I would argue that the people need to grow first before you're able to grow the business. Then you've got to maintain that engagement. You've got to be, ensuring that you're there, meeting people, engaging with your workforce, engaging with your customers. Your teams are engaging with your customers to continually add people value, customer value, linking people growth to business growth. And that's how you link business success to people success. So understand, again, repeating myself, but understand the commercial targets for the business to succeed, how that links to customer value, what your people know to be customer value, what enables them and inhibits them to deliver it, and ensuring that you're helping them to deliver it and also helping them to not do the things that stop them from delivering customer value. That customer value is known and recognized within the business, right from the CEO, from the business owner, into every person within the team. And that means every person within the team or organization is understanding what the clear vision of the business is, how that translates into key missions for your teams to deliver, and how the objectives are there as an action plan to fulfill the missions, which once you, and again, cyclical, so once you're able to evaluate the success of the objectives, are they fulfilling the mission, which is fulfilling the needs of the growth of the business, and therefore are the people growing along with the business. So feel free to drop me some questions. It would be great to hear from you. So we're going out on Facebook in my Facebook group, on LinkedIn from my profile, YouTube from the Ian Smith group, X, and also TikTok. And you can see all of those links on my link tree as well. So don't be afraid to book a call with me. I have a 15-minute discovery call if anyone wants to get in contact. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. So that's how you're able to link business success with people success. Engage your people, engage your customers, understand what customer value is, and ensure that everyone understands what customer value is as well. Put in place your vision, which links tangibly to the success of the business, customer value, people value. Mission statements to ensure that that is fulfilled. Break that down into action plans through objectives that you're able to evaluate and monitor performance as you will. So I will see you tomorrow, and we'll cover more areas where you can increase sales and pricing. Might take a look at organic growth as well, and some inorganic growth topics moving through the rest of the week. So great to hear from you. I'll see you all soon.